Hi guys, Christos here, Cyprus Without Borders. Exciting times to be in Cyprus. I really wish I was there. In fact, I've decided I'm going to go back just because of this reason. I made a video a week or 2 weeks ago about the growing corruption concerns in Cyprus and how these lockdown measures in Cyprus have taken away our right, consequently, to protest. So as you know, you have to send a text message to be able to leave the house. You are allowed one of 10 reasons twice a day to leave the house, and obviously taking part in a demonstration or protesting is not on the list. And I did speculate as to how Cyprus is the only country, how we became to be the only country which has this text message system in place. I speculated that it was put in place for this very reason. The government knew that these scandals were going to happen, that everything was going to come out, that how corrupt they are, the money they've been spending, stealing, bankrupting Cyprus, politicians covering for each other and their friends and their relatives. It's all come out. Cypriots did not have the right to demonstrate because of this text message system. And perhaps that was part of the plan. Maybe the Cypriot government knew what they were doing all along, and I really would not be surprised if that was the case. There's not many videos at all about these, coming from these demonstrations. But a huge thank you to Rosie Haralambos, who's she's uploaded this video herself to YouTube. And she has allowed me to go ahead and do a little watch along. I've watched it once already, and I have to say I was emotional when you see these things happening in your own country. You do get, you do start to, you feel differently about it. I mean, there's countless times I've seen demonstrations on television, international news, but never in Cyprus. And when you see it happening in your own country, I'm just like, well done, people, well done, bravos, you know. So let's carry on. Let's watch this. Nicosia, 13th of February 2021. Police use excessive force on peaceful demonstrators protesting about government corruption. Cyprus now resembles a police state. So there have been lots of ways that it's been reported. Actually, some people have reported it as they've always been keen to announce in the report that they're also protesting against lockdown measures, but for me it all falls under one category, corruption. So I'm glad that Rosie listed it, protesting against government corruption. When you start to say protesting against COVID-19 restrictions, then the protest starts to lose value, because we're trying to stay safe from this virus. This banner here, O capitalismos είναι. So this banner there, people saying about capitalism and how capitalism is playing a role in the government corruption. I mean, that's debatable, of course. That's obviously got something to do with it. How much to do with it, we'd have to talk about. And at the moment, it's still quite peaceful. This is all Rosie filming this. All Rosie. What did he just hand him there? Did you see that? What did we'll take a look at that in a minute. The policeman just handed something over to one of his colleagues. And it seems like the road was blocked off. Here we go. Είναι capitalismos αδερφέ. And it had the picture. It's capitalism, brother. And it had the picture of the passport. Greed. I wouldn't blame it on capitalism. I'd blame it on greed. And some people would argue that greed is a consequence of capitalism. And there we go. They're all marching, and it seemed like they were standing just. I mean, the march was planned, and the police blocked off the road of which they were planning to march down. And so the protesters, by what I understand, by watching this video and by what I've read, they sought to find another route. But there don't seem to be any violent images at all, just people clapping. It looks all the more intimidating because people are wearing masks. But of course, that's not their own choice to wear masks.
I know, they're cackling. They're cackling. They're cackling. I'm going to film this.
And there we go. And you see that you can see the police there now surrounding. They've got their shields up. I mean, the riot police, really, the SWAT team, the riot police. They're out and they're ready already. And nothing's really happened. Just some chanting, some clapping, some drums being beaten. The police are standing around in full protective gear, helmets, shields, everything. And of course this is illegal, what's happening, because none of these people have sent a text message to say they're going to protest. No one's been given permission to be out of the house. I mean, some of these people, they might be out, you know, they might have sent a text message. What does that say? Daleftamas, Daniga. What does that say? Yeah, something. Didn't quite catch that. Our money, you've borrowed. That's all I could read so far. And it's true, this is exactly what's happened, you know. We had the haircut. 2013, and it has since been revealed that a huge reason as to why the haircut had to happen was because of politicians and their friends, family, all these corrupt crooks at the top of the food chain in Cyprus who didn't pay their loan. They defaulted on their loans and this caused it to crash. And then you've got Nikos Anastasiadis, who we have to assume had no idea about it. He agreed to the haircut. He's the one who signed that paper. He's the one who agreed to the terms of the IMF and the European Bank. So only he can be held accountable, really, because he's the one who approved the haircut, knowing full well the reasons, and I'm sure he must have known. He's the president, you know, he's not stupid. And so the protesters have diverted off down another street here, having their original planned route blocked off, and they're just walking along. And this is great. I love to see it. I mean, I was watching it and I was emotional. I honestly fighting back the tears the first time I watched this. To see finally, like, the Cypriot people standing up and fighting for their rights. It's St. Pauli, that hoodie there with the skull and crossbones. That's a German football team from Hamburg, St. Pauli, who have a huge cult following. You should check. They have an interesting story. So what does that say? Daleftamas, Daniga, something silly. I couldn't quite read what that banner said. And this is great. I love to see the kids out there as well. We've got families, we've got parents teaching their children from a young age, do not put up with this crap. Politicians, police, you know, they are a public service to protect us. But now, as Rosie has quite rightly titled this video, that Cyprus now resembles a police state. Look at all the police around. Look at them all. And there's the water cannon. The water cannon's up, it's ready. And actually, this is the first time. I always thought water cannons came from the fire brigade, you know. I thought the fire service, you know, when they were needed, the fire service were called. I didn't realise the police actually had them themselves as well. And the police would only use them for one reason that I can think of, and that is to disperse crowds. He said. And I think Rose is just filming. She's among the police here, so we can pick up bits of what they're saying. There they go. So proud. I'm so proud of these people. And I've been spending some time away from Cyprus, but I've made up my mind I'm coming back. I want to be there while all of this stuff is going on, you know. I've been away since just before Christmas. A few days before. And it's important to report this, it's important to share this around, because the international media haven't reported on it at all. Nothing. Only from our friends at Al Jazeera, that's it. I mean, no videos. What are these explosions? So that might be tear gas being fired or something. That might have been tear gas. I can see little smoky bits. And so, yeah, Al Jazeera are reporting on it. I found an article on it. You know, there's no video or anything like that. But nothing from the BBC. Surprised that nothing from Russia Today. Nothing from Sky News. Nothing from CNN. Nothing from Euronews. You know, nothing. Because we're such a small and insignificant island, they don't care. Or they also do not want to promote the idea of an uprising, you know. They have to remain quiet on such things. They can't be glorifying these demonstrations. It doesn't suit their agenda. Wow. Things are starting to get a bit more heated. Voices, more pace in the movement of police officers. Voices being raised louder. Commotion. Somebody on the ground? Is that the first arrest? Gurunya, pigs. I mean, to me, they knew the demonstration was going to go ahead. The police turned up ready. And they don't deal with these kind of incidents very often in Cyprus. But they're all ready, they're all there in their force. Water cannons, body armour. I didn't hear what he said, I wish I could. And there's people just with banners. And it's peaceful. This is, you know, people are taking photos. This is how they can get their message recognised. There's this policeman here who has warned these protesters to back off. More commotion. There we go. He's definitely been arrested, this one. I mean, that's it. This is. I imagine the police, they haven't had to deal with such an issue like this before. They've trained for it, and they're keen to put their what they've learned to the test, you know. And this is what happens as well in the military. You know, soldiers, they learn how to use a gun, and then they want to go and use it, you know. front. I'm so glad Rosie uploaded this. There we go, they're already starting to spray the water cannon. What is that, a warning shot or what? You know, just a little bit of a warning. We've got a water cannon. And they're coming through, they want to use that water cannon. Bazzi, Orugna, Dolofoni, I think they would be chanting. Cops, pigs, murderers. And the water cannon spray, I mean, they're not really aiming it into the crowd at the moment. They're not looking to do any damage, but they're warning. They're warning people. This guy's got his glasses up. And there we go, that's it. They start aiming lower down. And bear in mind, the only thing that these people have done wrong is they are not allowed to demonstrate. And this is the insane society we now live in. We do not have the right to demonstrate. And this is why the police are there. And this is why they have every right to find these people, to arrest them, find them, because they are not out with the sufficient permission they need to be out of the house. And I was saying it a year ago when Cyprus was so quick with their COVID-19 restrictions. So something's not right, something's going wrong here, you know, why is this, since when have the Cypriot government been so efficient? And then they introduced the text message system, but now it makes perfect sense. By my reckoning, the Cypriot government knew that the scandals were about to come out and they needed to find a way to control the people, so they took away our right to demonstrate. And this is why I'm so proud of all of these people who are there defying these rights. Enough is enough. Everyone's had enough. Everyone's had enough. Thank you to the nation which is protecting us. Thank you. Bit of irony there, sarcasm. She said the young man didn't do anything. You're gonna take him in now because he threw a mandarin? Are you serious? And really, I'm sure most of the people that work in the police force in Cyprus are good people, you know, as most people are good people. And really, I'd love to see them throw down their shields, throw down their helmets and join the protesters. And what else, you know, if they had any morals, they would, really. Nice shot, Rosie. Please leave from here. Leave from here. Distance yourselves. This is not allowed. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir? This is not allowed. Lady, please, you're in danger here. That's what he just said to Rosie, who's videoing.
He's calling for the lorry to come further forward and do some more hosing. Sorry? Yeah, all right. I'm going in a minute anyway.
I'm wondering what that car just turned around in the road, if that was a police car, unmarked car.
Huh?
Could
No,
it be?
Just called for the lorry to come closer and swerve again. Excuse me, you don't litter. It's illegal to throw litter on the floor.
Nice one, Rosie. Oh, wonderful. So policeman, the policeman who was coordinating everything, the man in charge threw rubbish on the floor, and Rosie picked up the rubbish and went after him. The policeman there, you know, preaching the law, telling people what they can and can't do, breaking the law himself by throwing litter on the floor. And only an Englishwoman would do that. Only an Englishwoman would run after him and say, "Excuse me." I've done it before. Although I'm not a woman. There you go, the water truck, the water cannon. Because police need one of those, hey? It's only a couple of minutes left. And so all I haven't seen any intimidating behavior from the demonstrators. It looks like they've just been enclosed in and they keep trying to find a different way around, you know? What did that say? Your day, Imeres says? Imeres says... Didn't catch it. And here we go. I do see. We didn't know what happened. There doesn't. I mean, the demonstrator does appear to be struggling. He doesn't want to go willingly. He's resisting arrest, as I would as well. But now he's on the ground. There's nothing he can do. On the ground. Is that a he or a she? Later, the police got even more heavy-handed, using the water cannon directly on a girl who was dancing in the street. She will require eye surgery. Those who went to help her were set upon by police. All right, so that's Rosie Haralambo's video, and once again, I just want to express my gratitude to Rosie for allowing me to do this watch along. And also for taking the time to upload the video as well, to be there and record it and document it, because nobody cares. Nobody around the world is documenting on this apart from Al Jazeera, you know. And so our politicians are getting away with it still, but hope is not lost. We see fight. I see fight in the public, you know, and I wish I was there. And I'm coming home soon. I'm coming home soon. I've got to be there now for times like these. Leave some comments in the comment section below. Let's talk about this. See what you think about it all. And please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And please give this video a like. And for the third time, thank you so much, Rosie.